Hey, good morning. How you doing? Just down on the foreshore. Just briefly, not very long, but I thought I'd take you down here. I want to show you something I found. Really interesting. Let me show you. Let me just flip it over and put it up. Here, flip camera. Let me show you here. So this is interesting. So I've removed it. Really, really interesting find. I don't know what it is. If you have any ideas, let me know. So I'll show you firstly. So this is the hole it came out of, and I dug it and I put it on the back wall because I'm going to leave it here. It's a bit too heavy to carry, so I'm going to leave it on the back wall and I'm going to come back for it another time. But I took a photo, so I'm going to try and research it. But look at this. It's really interesting. I mean, I don't know what it is, so if any of you guys know, do let me know. But I don't know if you can you see it. So this was there on the Thames foreshore. So this is 1730 something. So I think it says 1728 to 1730. That's what it looks like. So I don't know whether you reckon that's. I mean, I don't know. What do you think that is? I mean, that could be what, gravestone. I mean, it's a marker. Yeah, gravestone. I thought so too. Actually, I mean, you'd think so, isn't it? But 1780, 1728 to 17. See, that looks like a 3. I mean, that would only have been 5 years or something, unless it's 1628 to 1730. I mean, I don't know. So the other thing, I mean, what it could be is maybe like a marker stone from a church or something. I mean, there's that, isn't it? I mean, it may well be that. I don't know. Yeah, definitely a marker, isn't it, with a date. Now it weighs an absolute ton, so it's kind of carved in stone, and I think because the writing on it, I mean, clearly it's not modern. So this is down in Greenwich. I mean, it may have been from the war, isn't it, where things were bombed, and this was, you know, came down in the war. I mean, who knows? But yeah, it's. Yeah, fantastic, isn't it? 70. So I don't know. I'm trying to see what this is here. What whether that's a. So if this is 28, then that doesn't. Then it's not 17. That looks like a. Could that be a 6? I don't know. So something 28 to 1730. Is that 3 or is it a 5? Maybe that's a 5. Ah, right. Oh, I see. So you're thinking something August 17. Ah, yeah. You know, you're right. So rather than, yeah, because it's that dot, isn't it? So maybe that's a date. Maybe that's August something 1750 or 30. Yeah. So 22nd of August 1730 something. Very good. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, sorry, Blom. Brilliant. Yeah, great. So I think you're right. I think it's a date of yeah, a date rather than 2 years between stuff. So much metal down here. So I think I'm going to leave. I'll probably leave this. Yeah, they do look Georgian, don't they? Well, I don't know what Georgian looks like. I said, yeah, it looks like Georgian. Actually, I don't know. What it doesn't look modern. That's for sure. For sure. But I'm going to leave it on the back wall and yeah, I'll leave it there. And next time I'm down here, I might come back for it, but I don't particularly want to take it with me. So I'm going to put it round this way, and then come back for it another time. So I'm down, there's a few pipe stems down here. So I'm down Cutty Sark, and today's really the last day of the Cutty Sark, and today's really the last day of the low tides. I thought I'd just pop down here. I'm not going to just to I was actually just a little bit down here just to I was actually just doing some intros, just filming stuff, but I thought I'd have a quick look. I wanted to go down Deptford Creek, but I'm not really dressed for it. It's a bit dangerous down there without proper kind of equipment because it's just mud. So you find quite a few clay pipe bowls. This one I wouldn't keep because it's broken. I'll leave it for somebody else who might want it. Yeah, yeah, of course it'll disappear, and I'll never find it because in my head it's like, oh yeah, it's on the back wall, and then suddenly you realise there are hundreds of back walls, and but also I put stuff down, and you know, the river moves it, doesn't it? So there is a good chance I never see that again. But you know, it will go the way of all things. A few jawbones down here. Further down is a beach full of bones, if that's your thing. But really small ginger beer bottle, really nice, which I took home with me. Carrie said take it home because you don't find so many complete like that. It's great. So this is a little milk bottle from United Dairies. So you can see there UD, United Dairies. So it's this from United Dairies. So you can see there UD, United Dairies. So it's this it's cute, isn't it? 40s, 50s maybe. I wouldn't necessarily take that home with me. It's just otherwise you end up just taking everything home with you, and you have like a million things at home. I don't have the space for it. I'm always trying to get rid of stuff rather than collect more stuff. The stuff I keep is I'm a bit more sort of particular about what I keep, rather than just everything I find. And sometimes it's nice just to leave stuff actually for other people, you know. So the clay pipe bowls, unless they're whole and of a particular age or they're quite ornate, I leave now. Just leave on the foreshore, and somebody else will appreciate it even more. I'm going to take you a bit further down there. I want to see if I can find a lot of old work boots and the soles of work boots. Oh. It was great here the other day. There was all the guys down from Guernsey, it's like a Guernsey crew. Such lovely people. Down for the week because of the low tide, so they were making the most of it and doing a tour of the foreshore. So funny, isn't it? Always see something like this, you think, oh, it's a coin, it's a coin. But it's not, it's a piece of rust, a rusty iron, shaped like a coin. Very cruel. Really mild today, so wet. I think it was a Tuesday. So wet, absolutely drenched. Now there's a spot that I want to have a look at here, which kind of felt really good the other day I was here. I want to scrape a bit on there and just have a look, a proper look, and the tide's gone down, I think, low enough for that spot, so I'm going to head over. Just sometimes certain places have, you know, good feelings and not so good feelings, and so I'll pop down there and just see. Pipe. Possibly. Yeah, I saw that, the pipe stem. I didn't really, nothing I can do with the pipe stem, I leave those. I sometimes pick them up and check if there's a maker's mark on it, and sometimes some beautiful ornate ones, but generally I leave them. Same as the pipe bowls, unless there's something special or complete, I'll leave them for somebody else. You just end up collecting so much stuff. And I have enough pipe bowls and pipe stems at home now. So I tend to leave them, unless, of course, you know, as I say, there's something quite unique and wonderful about them, then I'll take them home. Such a lovely day today, so much more milder. It's wonderful. Do I go out when at least bring the money? I have done. You know, when I first started mudlarking, I went out on the Isle of Dogs, and there's a spot there along the Foreshore where you can collect the money. Give me 1 second, I'm stuck in the mud here. And yeah, so yeah, no, so I think it's New Year's Day, about just over a year ago. I went out there, and yeah, sure enough, there's that spot where you've got money just lying there, and I could believe it is odd because it was a £5 note just lying there on the leaves. And I took a video of it and posted it and showed it to my brother, but very hard for people to kind of comprehend. You can just find money lying on the foreshore, but it's plastic money, isn't it, these days? So when it's wet, it just sticks to the leaves, and the leaves catch it. But yeah, great place to go if you're skint and you've got the patience and all the conditions of the weather are right. You can find some money there. I was speaking to somebody yesterday, saying about finding the money in the Thames. Sometimes, of course, when you get a drug raid, so especially up in East London or South East London, stuff is dumped in the river. So if there's like a drug raid, you might get bags of stuff coming up in the river, and money as well. Sometimes they just dump everything. They dump the money as well, because obviously it's all evidence, isn't it? And then if you're thought that looked like gold for a second, and then if you're lucky enough, you know, or unlucky enough, I don't know, it's drug money, isn't it? Come across a wad of cash. Yeah, and on the boats as well, you know, when they're on the Uber boats and they're standing there, and sometimes as well they go off from the boats. Probably Friday, the Saturday morning after a Friday night is probably a good time to go out, isn't it? Because yeah, losing money on the Friday night, especially, you know, Canary Wharf is opposite around Canary Wharf is probably, you know, busy on a Friday night, so you probably get a lot of notes coming up through there. Have to be careful on this patch because there's just bits where you start to sink, and I didn't bring my spade with me. Good morning. Hey Jen, how are you? Jen, we just talked about finding money on the Foreshore notes, specifically notes actually, not just any money, but notes. And yeah, it's a most bizarre thing that you can just find 20 quid and 10 quid and 5 quid notes just there lying, but there needs to be certain spots where they gather. It's not just anywhere. So I'm down in Greenwich, just down from the Cutty Sark. I don't know if you can see that in the background. And I was just down here doing. I did 3 days of mudlarking, which has been fantastic, and some great things came up. And so I'm going to start putting it together as a video, as a longer video, which I put on YouTube. But I just wanted to do some intros and that down here for the video, which is why I'm here, and I thought I'd have a quick look as well. So just amazing the amount of beer glasses and plates. There's a place down on Bankside, it's so funny. There's just so many plates and cutlery and that tossed over. Poor restaurant must be struggling. There's yeah, half their cutlery's in the River Thames. It's only on low tide you see it all there. Oh, it's such a lovely day today. Nice and mild, no rain yet. Yeah, I guess that's the perils, isn't it, of having a waterside restaurant, isn't it? I don't know why would the customers keep lobbing the plates over. I guess maybe if they're a bit pissed and they think it's funny, I don't know. Poor restaurant. Anyway, I'm going to sign off. Let me put this back. I'm going to sign off in a second, and this is such an interesting patch down here. It's an odd one. I might try and head down a bit further down and see which I've not been before. There's a bit which you can't go up by the palace. So these are interesting. These are washing up, and these are brushes from ships brushes. But been finding quite a few of those recently. Great to see you all. thanks so much for all your support as always, and yeah, just wanted to give you a taste of the Foreshore this morning. And so I look forward to seeing you all soon, and have the most, what is it today? It's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, almost there. Friday, and then it's done, almost there. Have a wonderful remainder of the week. Oh, you find something, the crazy stuff you find in Scotland. Right here, but in Scotland, you know. Yeah, it's funny, you know. It's but here, you know, you've got like 2000.